interview that is going on between one physicist and the interviewer. Now, it describes something about the universe that I need you to know. I need myself to know as well, to remind myself. Basically, it's the idea that the universe and everything in the universe is kind of a spinner, an oscillator. You may not realize it, but it's just like that. You look at the stars of the universe, don't you? You look at everything in the universe, they come in the form of galaxies, isn't that right? So you find that Earth is spinning around the sun, our solar system is spinning around the Milky Way, isn't that right? It's always spinning, right? And it's spinning around greater and greater things. There's something in the center, but even the center is spinning around another center. That's the funny part about it. We are just living in an oscillator. The question in my mind is always, why? But let's see this video first.
Heat up something is actually coming out in packets, little spinners.
Like pulses?
Yeah, like pulses, packets. It wasn't continuous.
Right.
Like quantas of energy. And so, when you looked at this equation, Planck's law, it said that the universe, when it radiates electromagnetically, it's packets of energy that it's radiating. And it's absorbing packets of energy. The equation is describing an oscillator. Okay? That is the foundation of quantum mechanics, is the description of an oscillator. So you could think of it as a little proton, like the nucleus of an atom, or an atom being an oscillator, right?
You see, I like what he's saying. He's saying that this oscillation is going on everywhere. That's the point I want to remind myself. It is not just merely in the stars that you see in the sky. It is everywhere. It is actually spinning around in the atom. Okay, fine. It's also spinning around in the smallest particle of the universe. And right where I am right now, the cells, they're all spinning around too. And you can't imagine what is happening here. And the question again I'm asking, why? Why you have this spinning around? Have you asked yourself why? I know you prefer religion, but I don't like religion. Okay? I know you prefer religion because that's a simplistic idea of everything. God created the universe. But the point is that when God created the universe, He created a spin. Isn't that right? I'm spinning around God. And the God, which is Elohim, is spinning around a greater center. Read Torah and you will get it. There's a spinning device. And I'm not content with the idea that I'm just His creation. No, I'm not. I want to know why I'm spinning around a center, and why that center is also spinning around another center. So where exactly is the bottom line? And so for the common man, a spinner doesn't mean anything. But for me, a spinner means that actually something is going around the center, isn't it right? Okay. So when you go around the center, you create two opposites. And the center is a place where it neutralizes the two opposites. That's interesting. And that center, which apparently neutralizes the two opposites, is also something that actually moves around another center. Okay, get it? So that center of the smaller circle, although it neutralizes the two opposites, is itself a thought that would need to be neutralized by an anti-thought until it reaches a bigger center. Right. So we are going deeper and deeper into ourselves to discover that one unique source. Now, it's not easy, of course. That's what I'm trying to say. We are just going through into ourselves, discovering more and more. But where do you think is that place called I am? How do we get there? We probably will never get to the real place, okay? But we can get nearer and nearer. That's the point I'm trying to say, that's all, in creating this video. But getting nearer is very important. For getting nearer is getting closer to God. Right? Yes. So you're a believer in God. I'm also a believer in God, but not in the God that is out there, but it's God that is in all of us. The power that exists in all of us. Because I'm the spinner, and the center is my source.
If I'm trying to visualize this, and I think, I'm picking up what I was able to understand from an interview that I watched you do. And basically what you're saying is this pulsing, oscillating pattern is that we're creating a new projection of reality, so to speak, in every Planck second, which is like the smallest measurement of time possible. It's the interval between these pulses.
Exactly.
And
there's
it's
a timing thing that's
yes,
happening.
it's like boom, 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 boom,
Boom,
but
boom,
so fast. And
There's
it's
a heartbeat
yeah, and it's
to the universe.
and it's almost infinitesimally measured, and it's creating reality in every Planck second.
Exactly. And
So, you see, why are we all here? Because we are all oscillators. That's right. From that one energy field, so to speak, you find many, many pulsations appearing across time. And these pulsations return back to the energy field. And it's just like all of us coming out and disappearing and going back. And we are all oscillators. But this oscillator, this spinning wheel, which is spinning around its center, we are all spinning around a greater center. And then that greater center is spinning around a greater center. And we're all returning back again and again to the one source and re-exploding back to us and returning back to the one source and then exploding out to the universe again. Wow, it's unbelievable. Truly, it is unbelievable. And that's the point which I'm trying to present in this video. So we are all different oscillators spinning wheels. And very interestingly, because the I am is in each of the oscillator, we identify ourselves as an identity. And we call ourselves David Chiu, you call yourself Johannes Chiu, whatever you want to call yourself, right? So, but we are kind of energy package. That's what this video is trying to say. We are Planck, the Planck's particle. We are a kind of energy package coming out from the center. And so now what do you think is God? Right. God definitely is inside us because we are spinning around the center. But no doubt of the fact that it's also coming out from a bigger center. But that bigger center is not outside us, it's inside us. Get it? The whole picture is going in and in and in from a universe, and it goes into another universe, another universe, another universe. That's the point I'm trying to say. Don't ever think it's outside. It's all inside. Wow.
and then as you go up in scale, that timing slows down, right? Because it takes longer for a proton to make a turn than to a Planck, which is billions of times smaller.
So a Planck is like a quark? Or is it smaller than a quark?
Smaller than a quark.
Okay, so it's the fundamental, it's the very basic unit that the irreducible unit is like a Planck.
It might be reducible to sub-Planck.
Oh boy.
But the speed of light limits. So you could say that maybe it's the fundamental pixel for our size universe.
Okay.
Now, this is very interesting, the video said. You see, we have an idea. We are thinking that, wow, this is the only universe that I know of. But the point is that this is the only universe that you know of because of your eyes that sees. It depends on the speed of light, which is the limit the particle can be seen. I'm sure you don't understand what I'm trying to say. The reason why there's a black hole is because we couldn't see what's inside the black hole. It's not because it's black. We couldn't see it. That's right. It is faster than the speed of light that we know of, to the extent that we cannot see with our eyes, or with our thought, or with our imagination. So that's the reason why when I entered into myself and saw blackness, it is not black. It is just I couldn't see anything with my eyes. But the presence is right where I am. You couldn't see it. It's not David Chiu, of course. The presence is not David Chiu, of course. Right? Yes. It is me, somewhere in me. But where is me? That's right. You have to experience that awesome truth. Not about a God out there, not about a Savior that you think is saving you, but rather about the me that you come from. Now, don't get me wrong. Whatever religion that you hold on to, I respect you. Don't get me wrong. This is just my idea. Okay? Yes, I believe in the me that's inside me because to me, an outside force cannot help me. I'm just a spinner spinning around a center, and the center is me. And let me go on. You see, many of my friends were to say that God is very good, God is very kind, God is compassionate, God is very loving, God is omnipotent, etc. But I don't take all this description seriously. And why? Because, very simple. If you observe the fact that I'm a spinner round a center, and my observation cannot go further than the speed of light, then you must realize that attempting to say and to describe who that me is stupid, right? That's right. Because that me which I'm describing is just merely a thought of mine. God cannot be compassionate, cannot be a loving. No. Me, neither can it be a compassionate or a loving. No. There's no description to the me, because my eyes cannot see deeper than the speed of light. But that doesn't mean that I'm not there. Get it straight, yeah. I'm infinite. I don't know what to describe of that infinity, but I have no description. Because when I experience presence in me, I notice darkness all around, right? And the presence speaks to me, and I speak to the presence. And the voice that speaks is my voice, and we are in union totally. I cannot describe the presence at all. All I know is just me. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's the reason why we all came into this world as the first person. Our parents called us with a name, and as we go on with life, we describe ourselves more and more. We say that we are humble, we say I'm a good guy, and all that nonsense. But to me, I'm telling you the truth. There's no need for you to describe yourself. You are the first person, and that first person that you understand yourself to be is very important. Don't go describing that first person. Don't go describing your friend too. Don't go describing God itself. No need. There is an infinity everywhere. Everyone is spinning around a center. And because of this limitation of the speed of light, we cannot see deeper. And because we cannot see, we notice a darkness in ourselves. And we are afraid. For most of us, we are afraid to be nothing. You're afraid to remove your clothes, isn't it? In front of everyone. You're afraid to be nothing. You just want to clothe yourself. But that's not the correct attitude. You have to sit into nothingness. You have to be at the level as far as you can yourself. For me to enter my presence, all I would do is that when I see something, when I see my thought, I will sync with the frequency of the thought. That's the only way. Because when you sync with the opposite, you nullify the spinner. And what happens? You're just at the center. The presence. That's how I do. But not everyone can sync the frequency of the opposite. So you have to follow my videos and continue to hear my stories. When the angel appeared before me, he told me that I have to meditate and to observe my thoughts. So I did that. I did it for 10 years, but I couldn't achieve it. I saw nothing but just my thoughts. But it was only 10 years later that upon observing my thought and upon observing myself, who was looking at the thought, something began to really change. The frequency began to sink, so to speak. I turned into breath. I realized the presence of me, deeper than everything that I know of. How do I explain to you? I don't know. All I can say is follow my videos. I'll try to help you along that journey. Because my videos is about me, presence. A religion teaches you to bow down to another God out there. It's got a good formula in itself. It helps some people because some people are totally override with sorrow in their life, with a lot of depression, with a lot of anxiety, with a lot of thoughts. And the idea that there's a God who will help them helps a lot. So even if you create a God out there that can comfort you and patch you, it is very good for that person. But there are some who has got more awareness of themselves. There are some people who have more confidence. So they throw away gods and be more attentive to themselves. Aha. You can begin your journey looking at yourself. So it depends on the person, I would say. Now, relating to the video, I must emphasize that no doubt we are all like pieces of energy that's exploding out of the black hole and returning back to the black hole. That's right. But I want to emphasize something very important. We are not just energy. Right where I am is a life source. That's right. And life is beyond everything that you and I know. And life is capable of deciding between A and B. Life can choose. I don't want A, I just want B. But whatever you're watching using quantum physics, you're looking at a phenomena that is taking place, which quantum would describe as possibilities. What you see there is space-time. And space-time is only physical, but it doesn't have a will. That's the important part of it. The will belongs to the I am. So in every one of us, if within the spinning, within the oscillation is physical, but the center is infinite. The center is life itself. And the center makes choices. And it is very important on our part that we must exercise that I am and make choices so that our life is determined by ourselves as we move towards the promised land. We are not just inanimate creatures. No, we are not. We are not substances that when we throw from here, it will reach there. We are not. We can actually decide our destiny because I am is within us and I am is alive. But don't get me wrong. If a man lives his life and doesn't touch the I am, then the man is just like something that exploded from the black hole and that returns to the black hole automatically. He opens his eyes and he sees the world. That's right, but he's not in control. The thoughts that passes through his mind are also not in his control. He thought he is, but he's not. And so the man lives his life and dies like as though he has never lived at all. It is important that we discover our I am, because I am is the very choices that we make. For I am is life itself. It must have taken Jesus a hard time to explain the phenomenon. Now look at this verse. Listen to what he said. When he says the spirit granted, that's what he meant life, living from him. But the physical is worthless for the day.